We're going to continue working with radicals, but in this case, we're going to be working with equations containing radicals, and we'll see what process we need to do in order to solve equations with radicals. And we're going to do this in two parts. So let's look at some examples for this segment. Suppose that we have the following problem. Suppose we're asked to solve equals 7. Okay? We need to solve for x, and in solving for x, what we need to do is to get it outside of the radical. So we're going to be using a property. We have two numbers and they are equal. If a equals b, then we can take both numbers to the same power and we'll still have an equality. A to the nth. Now, in solving this particular equation, minus 5 on the left side of the equation and the 7 on the right side of the equation. We'd like to remove that radical, and as we've seen before with radicals, with square roots, to remove a square just to one side of the equation, because then we wouldn't have an equality. But we can use this property right here. What we'll do is we'll take the square root of 2x minus 5, square the left-hand side, and square the right-hand side. So we have 2x minus 5 on the left-hand side, and we have a 49 on the right-hand side. Okay. Now, a simple radical on one side of the equation, all the numbers on the right-hand side did not have radicals. And so when that's the case, just simply squaring removes the radicals, and we can proceed and solve the problem. But any time that you absolutely need to check solutions, because in squaring both sides, we may be introducing solutions to the new original equation. So it's absolutely necessary that you check the solutions. If there are any solutions to the original equation, we will find solutions that are not solutions to 9 plus 5, that's going to be a 54. We'll divide both sides by 2, and so we have x equals 27. So now we need to check in the original. You have to go back and check in the original. Check solutions in original equation. Okay, and so remember, when you check the solutions, what will this number that we found, and so we have 2 times 27, since we have a 2x right here, minus 5, and we're checking. We want to see if this is equal to 7. We don't know at this point, and so it's a good idea to put a question mark, otherwise you would be saying this is equal. But we're trying to see if it is. Well, as you can see with this part right here, 2 times and so it turns out that in this case, x equals 27 is a solution because we've checked it out. Okay? So what we want to do then with the other problems is, if possible, we'd like to leave the radical on one side of the equation so that when an order of radical, we may have to take both sides to a different power than 2, but in this case with square roots, if we square both sides, we'll remove the radical, and that will allow us to solve the problem.